I'm gonna tell you everything, man. From the beginning. I just had a sense we were traveling. Because like in Mexican traditions, if you have dreams that you fly, that means you're leaving places. I was 8 years old, and so one day my mom's like, well, we're gonna go visit your dad. So I was like, okay, I'm happy because my dad would go for a month and then disappear. And my mom's like, oh, he's just working, I was like, okay. It was normal. I didn't know what America was because I never understood the graphic of America. I was just in Mexico my whole life. And I remember seeing my grandma in her house, her doorstep, watching, crying. And I was like, why is she crying for? We're coming back. And then my mom was just saying bye to all the family. And then it was a normal day until I started noticing like how we had to hide, how we had to be careful, how we had to talk, It was just one hell of an experience. We did it because we wanted a better life, you could say, It was that in Mexico, as you're born, you don't know if you're gonna eat. Like I was really poor. I was poor. I was in a poor neighborhood. Like my mom did everything she could. She helped us out, but people do it just to get food in the table, really. People wouldn't be coming from all over the world to America if their own country would provide that. People come here because they know America is great, They could become someone in life. I don't think people come just to get a nice car, get a nice house. People do it because they have to go, If you stay in Mexico, you're gonna die. Imagine you have the chance to be like, oh, I could go get food over there. I'm gonna risk everything I have. I don't care if I die. But if I make it, I'm gonna bring food. I'm gonna bring joy. And I feel like that's why my parents did it. My mom did it. My dad did it. I did it. My brother and sister did it. We all did it because we wanted a piece of this. We started walking and then we met up with some guy that picked us up on a truck, red truck. It was a GMC. And then from there we traveled all the way to, I would say, Mexico City. And then from there we got in a plane, all of us. Me, my two sisters, my brother. And then we flew all the way to Nogales, and that's where the border's at. And then that's when we met like the guy that was gonna cross us, And then we got there, a van picked us up. We were brought to a desert. If you go to the salt flats, just like that, but dirt, everything. And they told my mom, you're only gonna walk for 2 hours. Those hours became into a whole day. So we started walking, the sun went down more. We started walking, the sun went down more. Until you could see the full moon, full stars. And we were just walking. And we had a thing called suero. So instead of water, we would drink that. And then I remember going down from it, coming up. As we go up, the thing falls, like it fell out of my hand. And I was like, oh, like I need to go get it. And my mom just reached out to my hand. It's like, no, just leave it. We have to keep walking. I was like, no, hold on. It's like, no, come on. And I was like, okay. And then we just keep walking. And I'm starting to get sleepy to the point where I was like so tired. And then my mom's like, tell some guy. He's like, can you please carry my son? And then that's all I remember that night. So the next morning, we were still in the desert in the morning, like 5 a.m., hot, like 100 degrees. And then they're like, just stay low. I woke up, I was like, oh man, I'm tired, dehydrated. I drank water. All right, let's keep going. We keep walking until night hit again. And then this becomes, I guess, where we actually crossed the border, when it was a long, long road, at least maybe 10 miles. As long as your eyes could see, that's how long it was. Just one light bulb, like farther. And then they're like, hold on. Everybody stay low. And so we all head down like, I'm 8. Like, it was like a game for me, like, okay. And then they're like, hold on, let the truck go. And then the truck passes. Whew. All right, go. And then my mom grabbed my hand, I grabbed my sisters, we all ran. And it was like the pictures that you see of the family crossing, that's how it was, us. And then from then, it was just, we crossed, we walked a little bit, just half hour, and then the truck picked us up again. This time it wasn't a van, it was a flat truck, like a long Chevy truck. And then there was this lady that she came with us, you know. And then with me, they put me in the seat on the bottom of it. So like they scoot the whole seat back and I was scrunched up. Like I was really little. And I fit, like scrunched up. And then like, they're like, don't move. And the lady put her legs and they're like, get dirty. I was like, what? So they start putting dirt on me, you know. And I'm just like little, where the AC comes out, that's where I fit, right there. And my brother was in the back of her with my mom. And then my sister also, and my other sister. So it was like all of us inside the truck and the other people in the back. And then from there, we just travel. I don't know where we're going. So until we stopped, they're like, okay, just get out slowly. I get out. My mom called my dad, hey, you know, we're here now. It's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna see my dad now. And I could just remember that day I saw my dad for the first time again. Like, it was like, you know, me, the age of 8, like, imagine I could have died, you know. It was like, seeing my dad was like, he's right there. I couldn't resist. I ran and I jumped on him and I hugged him so hard. It's been hard. It was hard since that day. Some people do say I broke the law, you know, by coming illegal here. You know, it's like, they tell me all the time, you broke the law, you could have done this. You could have gone the right way. They will say that. Do it the right way, you know. But what's the right way? If I was born here, then that would have been the right way, right? If a baby could pick where he was born, why not? You know, but I didn't have that option. It was, my parents met over there. It was over there. It wasn't here. So you can't be telling me what's the right way. It gets me really upset, like as we speak, knowing a kid right now is trying to cross for a better life. You're risking of drowning, dehydration, someone raping you as a kid. Like, there's so much bad stuff you see crossing that you don't see in cameras. And we went through a lot of skulls. You could see, like, if you ever go down there, you see skulls, like human bodies, just resting. You see a bunch of crosses. You see a bunch of roses. And some of them, I remember one, and it's a little girl. And she was only 4 years old. And that one stayed with me a lot because she was just standing there, just looking at us while her mom was just laid dead. Just right there. And I asked the guy that was leading us if we could help him. He said no. And I said, why? And he said, because they didn't pay us. They paid someone else. That someone else failed them. And it was like hard humans like that. Just letting people know what I've gone through. I hope people opens their eyes. Hope, you know, dream. Like Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, and I do. I have a dream. I might die dreaming it, but it's my dream. My dream is to build schools, build hospitals, you know, fix the sick. That's my big dream, just feed the poor. That's, because I was poor. I'm not scared of being poor. I'm scared of being rich. I am. With so much money, it's like, wow. I feel like it scares you a bit, you know. Would you care for someone that has so much money gives you money, you would care for the money, right? But let's say he gives you food, he provides shelter for you. That's a different care. That's a love care. That's something I want people to feel from me, a love care. Where I could go into communities, be like, you need food? Let's go get food. You need this? Let's go get this. Because I'm gonna get old, hope so. And once I get old, I'm not gonna take anything. It's simple. Rich or poor, you're gonna die in the same dirt. The memories you take with you and the people you have helped, that would matter more than anything you do.